we talk about Tawheed, unfortunately a lot of people think that it is a rough and rigid and solid way of calling people to Allah. And this is not right. Tawheed is not simply Tawheed al-Uluhiyya, Tawheed al-Rububiyya and Tawheed al-Asma' wa-Sifat. It's not the three divisions that people just, say like parrots without understanding. If you talk about Tawheed al-Rububiyya and how Allah is the creator, how Allah is the giver of life and of death, how Allah is the owner of everything and the provider for all. When you talk about this and you start to glorify Allah and to describe Allah the Almighty to people so that they would love Allah and they would acknowledge of Allah's beautiful attributes, you would find that this is more appealing to people. And once they know who Allah is, then you teach them about al-Asma' wa-Sifat and you give them a full description of Allah's beautiful attributes and names. And then you go on to showing them Allah's right in Tawheed al-Uluhiyya. And that is, we must not offer any form of worship other to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the creator and the giver of life and death, and because He is the provider and the sustainer subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once you teach people this as Tawheed, then they start to appreciate Salah. Then they would start to know the meaning of worshipping Allah. They would find a beautiful taste for the prayers, for their supplications, for their having their trust in Allah. They would know that they should not fear anyone other than Allah. They should not have their trust other in Allah. They should not ask anyone other than Allah. This is how we teach people Tawheed and how we call them to know their Lord. Once they do this, they would come to prayer without being invited. But if we insist on just come to pray and they don't know who they're praying for, they don't know anything about Allah the Almighty, then it's just a habit that can easily be avoided for any cheap type of temptation or desire. And Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best.